Hi there, everybody, and welcome to this presentation on A-Level Government and Politics. My name is Mr. Herbert, and I'm the Head of History and Politics here at JCG. Politics, as it says on the slide here, is a popular subject at JCG, and it's an A-Level that very much suits different individuals, those that like to debate, those that like to delve into statistics. And it's, I suppose, a perfect course, though, for those that are interested in news and current affairs, that like to watch the news on the TV. Maybe if you're watching particular news channels or reading particular newspapers, and you want to kind of develop your debating skills and express your opinions and to test those opinions against others. Politics is something that affects, obviously, every country. And we can see even over the last few weeks just the tumultuous events in politics, especially back in the UK, but also world events such as the Ukraine. And I think it's good that students want to have a better understanding of how politics shapes their world in the present and in the future. And that's something that A-Level Politics can definitely help you with. It affects, as I say, your whole life, whether it's your wealth, your education, what you think, your morality. Politics is there, and you cannot escape it. So reasons why then you should study A-Level Politics. Well, as it says there, politics clarifies what you yourself believe. Lots of students come into class already with quite clear-cut ideas, whether it's about ideologies or events that have happened and how they think about those. And I think what A-Level Politics does is just test those beliefs a little. And I would hope that if nothing else, even if you still go away with being very sure about your political beliefs, that you at least can understand where other people are coming from. And you can debate in a structured way rather than, as we sometimes see on the news, it turning into a rant. It's a living, breathing subject. So pretty much the textbook we have, it's not necessarily out of date, but certainly you have to keep up with the changes that are happening on a weekly, monthly, yearly basis is happening in UK and US politics. So if you enjoy that, if you like something that, as it says, is a living, breathing subject, then certainly this A-Level is for you. It certainly prepares you for adult life. As I said previously, politics is everywhere, and having the vote gives you that chance to change policy, whether it's on this island, whether you go and live in the UK, or wherever you go in the world. It's important to know what politicians and what political parties are standing for, and certainly politics is going to help you do that. So the course itself, in year 12, we focus very much on UK politics and UK government. So in the first part, we'll be looking at why people participate in politics, what types of democracy there are in the UK and around the world, the difference in the major political parties in the UK, such as the Labour Party, the Conservative Party, but also more smaller parties such as the Greens or the Scottish National Party as well. Also, how electoral systems can play an important role, or to play a very important role in the outcome of elections, and depending on what system has been adopted, can very much depend on what the outcome is going to be. And also then voting behaviour, how much the media has a role in influencing public opinion, or whether there are other factors involved in why people vote, whether it's their age or ethnicity. In the second part, we look at the structure of government. So very much focusing on, first of all, the UK Constitution, the rule book to how the UK is run, and then looking at the major parts of UK government, starting with Parliament, so both the House of Commons, House of Lords, then the role of the Prime Minister, how much power the Prime Minister has, and the reasons why certain Prime Ministers are more successful than others. Again, something that's been very much in the news recently. And then lastly, we'll look at the relations between political institutions, mainly looking at the Supreme Court and the judiciary and how much involvement they have in the political process in the UK. In year 12, we look at key political ideas. So we cover conservatism, liberalism and socialism, and also feminism throughout year 12. So you get an idea of these kind of core political ideas and beliefs, and I suppose how important these ideas are with the modern political parties and how much the public take notice of them. In year 13, we then turn to the politics of the USA. And again, looking at, I suppose, the mirror institutions in the US. So we look at the US Constitution and very much the importance of that. And then of Congress, so the House of Representatives and the Senate, the US President, again, a bit like with the UK Prime Minister, looking at how powerful that office actually is. The role of the Supreme Court, which has been very important in recent months with its decisions on both gun ownership and gun rights and also on abortion. And then lastly, we go back to looking at democracy and participation in the US. So looking at the two main political parties, the Democrats and Republicans, and why people vote in particular ways. A-level politics fits in with many different subjects. So in the past, I've taught students that have taken other humanities subjects such as English and classics, in geography, but also students that have taken economics and maybe more math science-based courses, such as obviously mathematics itself, but also biology and chemistry. So it fits in very well with all of those and is seen as a good A-level to take by universities. Obviously, when it comes to choosing your A-levels, it depends. If you have a firm idea about what you want to do in the future, then I would advise you very much to check the university course to make sure that the politics A-level fits in there. But we have many politics students that go on to continue with their politics study at undergraduate level. Students have gone off to, to study international relations, liberal arts, PPE at Durham as well. And it's a very good choice for anyone who wants to work in current affairs or is thinking about careers in law or research, journalism, very much politics, very kind of sought after A-level for those future careers. So the benefits of studying politics very quickly, I suppose, I've covered some of it already. Politics gives you a wide range of transferable skills. With the debating, it helps you to communicate effectively, and also the essays that you'll need to write would also firm up your writing style as well, and being able to put forward a good balanced argument. With other subjects such as history as well, politics is similar in as such that you have to investigate and assess material, and then kind of gather your findings together, and to make sure that your conclusions are always based on research evidence and are not just kind of unfounded or gut reactions to certain ideas. Results from last year were excellent. Politics was one of the most successful A-levels at GCSE, GCSE at A-level, at JCG. And the department itself ranked in the kind of top 10% of politics departments nationally. So we're really, really pleased with the results in 2022. And we look forward to the students doing as well or even better in 2023. Thank you very much for listening. If you have any questions, and you can find me, Mr. Herbert, in person in R14 or R15, or please email me at the address that's on the screen. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye now.